Okay, today is very different. Today, I've got two assistants, two lovely hairy assistants to help me do today's drawing. This is Luna and this is Mr. Miro. And they are my assistants of the art and inky world. So, let's get started today with Luna and Mr. Miro. Okay, well, welcome back. You've just seen my little assistants, and my little assistants have now prepared all my paper and all my ink, so we are ready for a drawing. Aren't they great? Aren't having little puppies around exciting? Trouble too, but exciting. Okay, so I'm going to start off with something very strange today. I've had this request from somebody for probably about a year now, and this person keeps saying, can you draw my grandfather? And I say, yes, what does he look like? And then I get a request, can you draw my grandfather? So as you see, this is kind of like an ongoing joke. Oh, I've got some colors there. Maybe I can. Right, so I'm just going to try and draw somebody's grandfather that I've never met. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they look like, but I'm just going to. I've got some pastels sitting there now. And just to add to another person's request, another person has said, can you use color? And well, you know, the thing about color is that color is fabulous and color is amazing, but it does make the videos, generally it makes the videos much longer. And the problem with that is that people kind of get a little bit kind of bored of waiting, you know. Let's kind of get some color around his eyes. I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm just kind of putting down some rough guidance just to kind of give myself some kind of start. Right, so, and then we shall throw some ink on top and see what happens. This is grandfather. For that person that keeps asking about, can I draw your grandfather? So here he is. This is what your grandfather looks like. If it looks like him or it doesn't look like him, it's still your grandfather. So after more than a year of getting this request, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like one of those trendy wind-ups that you get, you know, it's kind of like an internet gag or something, you know. So I'm going to take the challenge with the help of my two little puppies. They've prepared all my ink and my paper, and they've put some information in my brain to give me some cool and funky ideas. And just kind of, I have no idea how this is going to work with colored pastels, but it's a very fine, funky type of way of doing things, and it's already starting to get very blobby on my pen. But so this is what grandfather looks like. Very strange. I'm sure it's one of those kind of internet wind-ups, you know. It's like, you know, you get a comment in your feed that says donuts, and you go, donuts? What does donuts mean? And then you know, next week someone says donuts, and then it goes on for, well, I've got, can you draw my grandfather? Now, again, I'm trying to use this color, so I'm going to try and just squiggle some kind of crazy type grandfather. I'm just gonna have fun with it. I have no idea what I'm going to do, to be really honest, but I'm even breaking my pastels as I go. But that kind of looks very grandfathery, doesn't it? Let's get a bit of peach in there as well, just to kind of give him a nice kind of skin texture around there. You're going to have little bits of black because my ink's splashed all over the place. And I don't have any. Let's get some green going in there. So we got some kind of green coloured clothing underneath. Looking kind of interesting. Let's get some nice blue edging going on in there too, just to lighten up the colours a little bit. That's a grandfather. So far, that is what grandfather. Let's give him an arm. Not quite sure what that arm's going to be doing, but. Oh, these pastels just crumble, don't they? Yeah. But they're lovely. The textures on them. So, let's just see what we can do with all of this kind of inky textures and this kind of creamy, waxy feeling on them. And it's just to kind of give us a different kind of feeling there. It's a shame I don't have any red, but I could love to put a little bit of red in there. I wonder if I can put some, ink on there? Would that work? Do I have a red? See how I even got some of this blue that was nice yesterday. I can even get some blue colours around him, giving him some kind of sky feeling around him. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Just take that little blob off. And for red, I really would love to get some red cheeks going in there. Just a little bit of... Give him a little bit of a blush glow in there. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yes! Lovely! Grandfather's cheeks. Now, of course, not all granddads. My granddad never had a bald head, but this granddad does. And I'm going to give him a little... What kind of hat can we give him? Give him a little woolly hat just to keep his head warm. My granddad had hair up until his death. He had a full head of white hair, and he had an incredible hairline too. And for me, my hair kind of fell out when I was like 20 or something, you know. When I was at Disney, I was already losing my hair very badly. I was at Disney when I was 17 years old. I was classed as one of the Disney babies, if you know what they are. They're the young artists that come in as kind of like kids, and they kind of work forever at Disney. I didn't work forever at Disney, but I did work for them on Roger Rabbit, and I did work for them. Well, there's a combination of Disney and Amblin Entertainment, which is the ones who did E.T. And I went on to do Fievel Goes West, from the Fievel Mouse, and that was a lovely period of time. So many amazing artists on that, and so many of them went on to great things, you know. lovely, lovely feeling. I want to get some more of that kind of peachy colour up above, just under. Yeah, exactly, just like that. It kind of gives that kind of aging feel to him. Lovely. Yeah, so then I also worked with Disney on Lilo and Stitch, which is another classic. I mean, it's just a classic. It's just, you know, so many people have loved that cartoon show. And I worked on about 100 episodes for Disney. And they were all done in my studio. Which was just beautiful. It's like, you know, having the chance to work on these projects is, you know. I would work on so many different cartoon projects. And then you would go and people would say, oh, you've been working in animation. What cartoons have you done? And I'd say, I did Treasure last year. What's that? Oh, it's a great show. It was a Canadian TV cartoon called Treasure. And I'd say Caillou. And then you'd have to start to work on something like, you could say, I worked on Paddington Bear. Oh, Paddington Bear, I know Paddington Bear. Oh, Dennis the Menace. Oh, I know Dennis the Menace. And you know, so I kind of tried to pull myself more on working on stuff that people would know. You know, they would recognize straight away. Otherwise, you know, sometimes funnily enough, sometimes they pay less to work on these kind of famous shows. But in a way, it was quite nice because at least when you told somebody, oh, I worked on that people go, oh, I know that one. Whereas, I worked on so many amazing, like Treasure is one of them. Treasure was this, I believe it was for Sinar, the Canadian company. And what a classic TV show. And I've probably told you about it before, but I used to get like these kind of audio cassettes of all the actors talking, and it was beautiful because the scripts on those were just so good. You know, it was almost like listening to like a radio show every time they come through. And Grandmother was just, I can't remember the actress' name. Apologies for that, but she was a star in her own. I mean, she was just fantastic, you know. Oh, it's enough to bring a weaker woman to drink, and all these kind of lines which she'd come out with. She was amazing. Yeah, there was a great kind of format also, because Treasure had like an 11-minute show, and then it would have these little kind of like little inserts, like 2-minute ones and 5-minute ones that were just like the dog's thought or something like that. It was just beautifully done. And in fact, actually, the backgrounds had this type of pastels. We used this type of pastels on the background, kind of vision, if you wish to call it that. That blue has come up so beautiful, hasn't it? What's that, brown? That's blue. Let's get some more of it up there. That has come up so beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, but there was quite a few episodes on that. I worked for Sinar for a few years, which became Cookie Jar. But I worked in animation and I loved it. I absolutely loved working in animation. One of those type of jobs that you could kind of do forever, really, you know. Just give him a little smile that's coming up there. I want to kind of give him a little cute little smile there. I don't have any red. Why don't I have any red? That would be nice to... Where's my yellow gone? Where's my yellow? Let's get that mustache coming down a little bit more. It's like, I feel like it really needs to come down to... I don't even know why he's got a blue nose. Huh? Why has he got a blue nose? Tell me why you think he has a blue nose. Lovely. What a lovely character. And this is for that person that keeps asking me to draw his grandfather. This is your grandfather. Stop messaging me. This is grandfather. This is exactly what your grandfather looks like. And what a handsome devil he is too. Look at that. Boom. He's got a very beautiful coat there. He's handsome, isn't he? Yeah, so animation basically was my early years, and I loved it so much. I was just one of those obsessed children. There was nothing else. Even from the days of school, I wanted to be, I wanted to be the next Walt Disney. That was just it. I didn't want to even listen to anybody else who would say, oh, well, maybe you could be a train driver. Nope. Well, maybe you could be a builder. Nope. Maybe you could be a billionaire. Nope. I want to work in animation. I want to be the next Walt Disney. That was it. I remember my dad kind of came back with this kind of movie, like cine film, like 8mm film, and I was kind of explaining that all of these movies are single frame images. Frames of film were images. What? And I remember taking all this film out, stretching it down and looking through it with this big magnifying glass, seeing one image, one image, one image, one image, and it was all a line of images. I remember as a kid, this would just set my head on fire. It was like, what? You mean all these movies are still images, run at a certain speed? Wow, man. That was just incredible for my mind. And that was it. That was the golden ticket in my brain. After that, I knew exactly, not a little bit, I knew exactly what I was going to do. And that is, I hunted down working for animation. I remember calling up this kind of lady boss, and she said, oh, give me a call in a few days or something. And I basically just kept calling and kept calling and kept calling until I got a job, Oh, probably drove people mad. But it worked. And I worked in animation for 30 years. 30 years! I know what you're going to say. I don't look that old. Well, 30 years, yeah. All the way from 17 when I got my first job. And the lady's name was Barbara. I remember that. Barbara McCormack, I think her name was. And she gave me that first job. What's Mr. Miro squeaking at? And it just was the best job ever. Don't know what he's squeaking at. I can hear Mr. Miro squeaking in the background going, hee, hee. But I've always been kind of addicted to drawing. I love drawing. I love painting and drawing and making as much mess as possible. There's Grandad. Just give him some nice blue trousers. Nice pinstripe trousers, of course. I love pinstripe trousers too. Oh, I'm gonna have to have a bit of a tight squeeze here with getting my framing in today, aren't I? And if you're the person that keeps writing to me saying, draw my granddad, tell me how gorgeous your granddad is. Tell me. Write and tell me, that is my granddad and I love it, okay? That's beautiful. That is just absolutely delicious. And that is my name. My name is Kieron Seamons and I draw for you every day. You never know what it's going to be. You never can guess what it's going to be until we put the ink down. Mr. Miro is always there in the background. Today I've got Luna. I'm kind of babysitting the little dog and she's so sweet. Mr. Miro is here every day and sometimes he appears in the videos just to say hello. I really enjoyed doing that drawing. I really did. I don't know whether I call this my granddad or your granddad. I guess it's your granddad, isn't it? If you've been asking for it, you're crazy. I can't believe you sent me a message for like a year. 1 year you've been sending me a message about this. So, I have completed the mission. So I hope you are very, 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 very happy. Right, let's frame this bad boy up. It's so beautiful. And we're going to start with a big blob there. I'm going to drag it right over there. Beautiful. Let's just bring it around, squeezing it down there. We're just going to drag that, whoa, just underneath there. Boom. And that. Oh, that is so sweet. That is your granddad. Yes, that is your granddad. That is him. That's beautiful. Doesn't he look cool? I've got to get some red lips in there. Got to. Bear with me. I need to get some lips on him. We have got to get some lips on this fine gentleman. We've got to get some lips on this fine gentleman. Is that going to be too dark? No, it's lovely. Oh, that's so lovely. That is perfect. Look at that. Oh, it's lovely. I love that. That is so cool. It's got a little bit of a shine on the top of his head there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. What a great day today. That is such a lovely drawing. And I hope you are happy with today's drawing. Wow! That is grandfather. Oh, let's just see. There we are. Can you see that? There he is. Isn't that gorgeous? That is today's drawing. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for the request. Well, it's taken a year to do it, but there it is. Thank you very much. I will see you again tomorrow for another drawing. What more? Of course. We're going to do this every single day forever, aren't we? Together. So, if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't sent a comment, why not? Send me a comment. And I will see you again tomorrow for more arty drawings in ink. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.